Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play Shadow Empire with me, Qualification. We're on part 12 here, and it looks like we have suffered no losses nor made any kills. This is round 32, and this is basically right after we've kind of crushed the rebellion. We have 3 decisions and 65 reports, and we're almost at the full force of the crisis of violence. We have finally finished heavy industry research. And another private investment. Still no recruit juniors. Amazing. Remember you promised one of your factions to increase. Yeah, we're working on that. That's increase our admin level is what that promise was. In fact, now that we finished our truck station, we may look into doing that. Do we need to do anything here? We're all good. Let's go ahead and start with our decisions this turn. Crater Hill wants to erect a statue. There have been so many militia members and soldiers that died for us over the years. There is community effort close to my family compound. It involves the construction of a statue to honor the sacrifice of the unknown soldier. I'd like to support this effort with my own humble means and leadership. So we could allow it, gaining government and heart, which we're not interested in those profiles particularly. I mean, government isn't terrible, but, you know, it's not something we particularly want. We could say no, lose government, gain mind, which is, we're really, really deep into mind. It would be at 80 if we did that. It's up to the government to decide. Make some people unhappy. Not really that big of a deal, though, or we could reproach them for asking. We're going to say it's up to the government to decide who builds it. And, yep. Okay, Academic Research Council objectives. This is a big one. We have a lot of text now that we finished heavy industry. If we look at our tech tree... Actually, did we get anything new here? I don't think so. We do have 80 mind now. We could potentially get scientific religion. Which, I don't know if this bonus is additive to 40% or if it just increases by 10% to 50%. I'm guessing it's just a 10%. Yeah, it's a 10% bonus probably. Anyway, at our tech tree, all these yellow things with EC we could get. Metal soil filtration might be our best option because we do not actually have any metal mines. Sealed roads are very good. That increases our logistical throughput, basically. I think metal soil filtration is really what we need. So, gain metals from the lithosphere. Yeah. We're going to go for that. And it's like a comedy that we still have not, probably 15 turns after we made the blue brigade, we still don't have a commander to give them. We do have to give some replacements, though, because I know some people have run out of supply for a while. Really not that many, though, honestly. We have a couple hundred MGs and a couple hundred infantry, and that's it. Anyway, what was I looking at? Oh yeah, let's check and see what we can build with this new heavy industry thing. So heavy industry 1 requires high-tech parts, whole bunch of metal, and it requires a constant input of all those resources, but it does produce machines, so that's interesting. I'm hoping it also allows for private heavy industry, because we do have this light industry, right? It'd be nice if that was the case at any rate. It does look like we suffered quite a financial hit from turn to turn. Let's take a look at our urgent issues. 103 negative. Why is that? If we go to the treasury, our worker salary is very expensive, and that's about it. That's the only thing we needed to say on the matter. We just have a lot of public workers now, so it may be time to increase the taxes. And did we play the Militia Loss of Faith card? I don't think we did yet, so maybe we actually do that this turn and we say What's this? Oh, that's the diplomacy, right? For the majors. Plea of friendship. Radiation leak. A lot of stratagems. Completely useless to us at the moment. So, militia loss of faith. I think we play this now. We're low enough on militia that, you know, it's not a huge deal if we lose it. Most of our militia units are kind of outdated anyways, and it wouldn't hurt to lose the cost of upkeeping all of them. So, let's execute it. We lose 22 militancy, which is kind of middle of the road. Gain 2 fate points. So, with our 2 fate points, all that does is increase quality of life security. What do we want to do with this? Anything? We could get another auxiliary chemical. We could get spotter drones too. If we want to make a independent artillery unit, that might be the perfect combo, in fact. Say that we did raise an independent artillery battalion. Maybe even make them motorized. That would require us to get a little bit more metal, I'm sure. Well, we do need to fix our money situation. Danger, or that's fear rather. Danger and fear are going down now. That's good. Militia is going to shrink. Alright, let's move everyone up here. To start getting ready for the final push on the rebellion, as well as start kind of getting in position for Exeter. We don't have enough fate points to actually get the drone surveillance, but I do think that would be really cool to have. If we could get the drone surveillance on an artillery unit, then they would be extremely accurate, which would make them very effective. Let's move up here. We'll leave this southern area alone for now. Move the GR infantry up. These guys. We still have not claimed any of this territory, so my guess is there's a unit here. Okay, well, do we move north then? No, we need to move down here. Okay, so let's start doing that. Kind of go back to the strategy we were employing before the rebellion on this front. So those are dogs, good enough. Soon we'll be able to encircle them here. And we know almost with 100% confidence that these guys are near an enemy unit. And we can say definitively that they're right here. Whatever they are. We might be in the mood for more ammo soon as well. Go ahead and just have the road secured here. This militia can move south back towards Exeter. Okay, and then if we wanted to build a road, we have the IP, so let's just finish the road here, connect these two. It's going to cost us like well, I think it's going to cost like 120 actually. Let's find out. 320, okay. It's quite expensive, but let's do it. There we go. Now we have a total supply chain that circles this mountain. Okay, and go back to the move. And these guys already beat them by themselves last time. Could bring in more guys here. Let's just go for it. So we killed a couple of them, didn't lose anything. Sounds good. And we can move up with both of these. So we're just trying to drive them back and crush them ultimately. Which which is just a matter of claiming these other tiles so they're encircled and we can finally destroy them. Okay. Now these things are not in supply, but I don't know if they actually need supply. If we look at them, yeah, they don't require anything, so they're totally independent. Okay. No, there's nothing else we need to do for now. Hopefully we can get this metal filtration thing soon. If we look at our BP overview, we are spending 54 per turn. We'll see how much percentage that actually gets us. And we actually have so many techs right now, we might consider just swapping all of them into research. Although, do we have anything that's super important apart from what we're getting right now? So the economic techs we could get is mining techniques, which improves mines. We can get some machinery stuff, water atmosphere, methane synthesis, so this is like fuel and stuff. Discovery is really not that valuable for us right now. I think maybe we just start investing heavily in research to grab metal soil and then sealed roads. Getting these two would help with the private economy because those are buildings that add to the security and health rating. And our BPs are going up. What's the cost of High Command 3 if we wanted to do that, say? Slightly increase the number of workers required. 6 rounds of, so 600 metals and then 300 industrial points. We have an excess of food, so we could sell that. What if we wanted to sell food? What's it selling for? Nothing. Food is at a low price that traders have no interest to buy. Rare earths are very valuable. Machines and high-tech parts are way more expensive now, as we see. Metal is even more expensive. I wonder if that's because this whole region, or maybe this planet, is just very metal dry. So everyone's going to have to rely on soil filtration or deep core mining to get metal. It's possible. Well, I think that's all we need to do for this turn. Check it. Oh, we had a unit we didn't move. That was our elite, in fact. He was hiding under there. Let's start moving him south. He's going to come down to Exeter. Can we rename this guy, maybe? Inspect him. No. Okay, well. Change HQ. Okay, yeah, we can rename him. Let's rename him to the Chemical Warriors Battalion. Update. And that might help us to notice him whenever an event pops or something like that. And we can move these guys back down there. Okay. That's all there is to do. Oh man, we are going to run into a financial crisis. I don't know what we can do about it apart from just increasing taxes, really. Like, our population is definitely huge. We do have light industry at level 3, which is like the big source of private credits. Yeah, I mean, we just have to increase taxes probably. Which I think is just going to deny a portion of, you know, credits that would be going to the private economy and instead give it to us. Not entirely sure how that mechanic works, though. I mean, we have so many private investment cards that it doesn't matter how much we tax them. We can just give them free money. I mean, we can per turn pump out like 2,000 to 5,000 credits into the private economy. So we can tax whatever we want and just pay for it with those political points. But it probably impacts worker happiness too. Or maybe just population happiness, I guess, because worker happiness wouldn't matter. They're getting a state budget. All right, let's see what we've got. Could have a couple battles pop this turn, potentially, because of the indies. No losses nor kills, 4 decisions, 68 reports. 1 turn till we're in the zenith of the crisis of violence. We've operationalized motorized MG infantry, motorized MG infantry army. Okay. Motorized heavy MG, we don't really care about that. Civilization level 4. And we got a treasure hoard and exotic combat drugs and another personal guard, which is useless to us. 2 commercial projects, also useless to us. And let's take a look at our... Well, I guess we can check the history and just see if there were any battles. No. And if we look at the map, anything important change? Nope. Nope, nothing important. Let's have our chemical warrior go down there. Have the buggies get in position. Have the other guys start surrounding. Most of the militia can start heading back down this way. He can't do anything to break out of that. Okay, so we'll just have the walker attack with his buddy 171-1, so hopefully we can just wipe him out here. We did take a hit, interestingly, on that unit, but it's kind of inconsequential. We still won the battle. Only killed 1 of them, though, which is unfortunate. We are driving them into a corner still, which is where we're trying to put them. Unfortunately, all this territory back here is just part of Gray State, so they can just annex it for free. Now on this front, we don't have recon, really. Not much recon at all. Let's just try walking in. Good. So, did not take this square, which means he's either in that square or that square. Thinking about it here for a second. Very likely he's there. Yeah. Okay, so let's start getting him cut off. It's just the dogs. There we go. They're surrounded. That's what we like to see. Move these guys in so that the commander has more troops in leeway. Of course, the dogs are much more powerful than us at the start anyway. We did have a unit move in to try to reclaim all that territory we had taken. Let's take a look at our decisions. Supreme Command. Care less about political power now. We need general stratagems. Specifically, we need to recruit juniors. Anyway, military 50-50 is fine still. Operationalize. Siege infantry, I think that's what we want. That's going to be our artillery infantry combo army. And with the amount of trucks we have, we don't need to cut any supply off at this point. So let's go to our traffic signs and just take off all of this stuff now. Is there any other signs we have to worry about? This one can stay off. That's fine. He's just going to hold. Okay, we do have lots of metal and industrial points. We're losing power now, which means it would be in our interest to take the power station we saw down here sooner rather than later. But the amount of power we're losing per turn is very, very insignificant. Just trying to think. We need metal. We did make a promise, though, to... where is it at? Demands. Here we are. We have 10 rounds to get admin level 6.44, which means we need to build high command soon as possible in the capital, essentially. And what would that look like for us if we started it now? We could afford that. Okay, we can afford this, so let's just start the upgrade. Yeah, I don't think that requires power either. It's just a matter of... Whoops, I want to check the replenishment. We're good. It's just a matter of manpower and industrial points and stuff, so power doesn't matter for us. Okay. RPG militia is all that's in the capital. Yeah, we do want to have a real unit garrisoned there. Even just some of the militia would be good. Maybe we send one of them back or something. And that's enough guys that you know what? These guys aren't going to help that much in the actual fighting anyway, so we'll send them back. And we have money again somehow. What happened? Did our cash flow change somehow? Treasury cash flow. Are we selling water? Is that what happened? Yes, we sold water. Okay. I'll turn off the supply map mode. I don't know if you guys like that or not. It just helps me understand what's going on and everything. Is this asset turned off? I want to make sure we're not activated it. Okay, yeah. 700 points of damage, but whatever, basically. And what's the private economy doing in the cap? Town customs, so that'll be a security bonus. Sure. Do we increase our taxes? I mean, we are getting more service tax and income tax than we were in the past. It's just not equal to the budget we're paying to our workforce. If we call him, let's take a look at your zone orders. Could decrease the worker salary very slightly. Let's take that down by 2. So we'll give them 3 credits. Well, not 3 credits, but 3 1/100ths of a credit per worker thing. So they don't like that, but they're still above 50%. We have high zone quality of life. They still like it. Good, okay. So maybe this will be fine. We'll see. If we need to, we can change it back. I just want to try to solve our money problems a little bit. That's the main problem we have, which is to say there's just a lot of workers. Are these still mostly private ones? Yeah, that's the problem there. Anyway, keep moving. This turn is going to have to be, or rather this video is going to have to be a little bit shorter than the other one, just because I have something to take care of here in a few minutes. But we'll at least analyze this turn and complete it. I'm using Gray State, the people who own Exeter. They're just farmers. They're really not like equals to us. We just have been sending our militia against them, so they have actually had a chance. Now that our real army's down here, it's not going to be a real fight. 400 infantry killed, 3 decisions, 63 reports. And we are a full-blown crisis of violence. We have developed the BXMG, which is our stationary automated turret. Discovered mechanized artillery. Can recruit a merc, finally. We can get a new leader. Which means we could if we wanted to add a new council, but we're more interested in actually getting a leader for our 2nd infantry brigade. It's at 65 points. How is that doing? It's going up. Okay, so I think that's fine. Let's take a look at our cash flow and see. No urgent issues there. We have bad supply. We know who that is. MG infantry has no commander, of course. Okay, so basically the only issue is with the unit that's way out in this territory over here. Let's watch the history and see what the battle was that we had. Dogs attacked us and lost 400, and that's it. And we saw that the unit was here. Must be here now. No, not there. So he's here? Or maybe he's here. Let's see if he's able to collect it. Like, zone of control works like this, you know, around your unit. So if he was able to get that, even if I was sitting here. He's somewhere, maybe here. Yeah, okay. So that's Dicistotas. Good, now we know where he is. It's a worm monsters again. Can we kill the dogs this turn if we put everybody on it? 10 to 1 odds. Come on, we can do it. Killed a dog right out of the gate. There we go. Now we're doing some damage. Okay, so we took some heavy casualties. But we won. Now these guys got some really good damage off. You heard the zint, probably. That was the laser guns that the GR infantry have. Okay, good. Dogs are dead. That clears up that front. We need to replenish all those dead troops, though, which there were 700 casualties all told. Produce that. And 200 of these. Okay. Now, if we want, we could raise the formation of... Where is it? Independent. Where is it? Maybe we've not operationalized it yet? That's true, we haven't. We've not operationalized it. Or even discovered it as an order of battle, which is to say our new automated MG. We have high-speed machine guns. Did we actually research those yet, though, or did we just discover them? I think we just discovered them, yeah. We're actually researching RPGs. 50% already on metal soil filtration, which was 2 turns, I think. So that's pretty good research. Oh yeah, I got distracted earlier. Let's look at the cash flow and see what's happening here. So 158 credits in revenue at gap mount from our income taxes, which is way higher than what it was last turn. Only paid by population when sales are made to traders. So you have to sell something to do that, I guess. Yeah, and that's where our money came from. It was all from the income taxes. We do have less expenditure now, significantly. Yeah. Good deal, good deal. But we didn't sell anything to traders last turn, so I don't really know what that is talking about. Anyway, model design council. What do we want to research? We do want light tanks. Better trucks could be very useful for us as well, because we do have a lot of motorized, operationalized types of units that we can make. Mechanized artillery is a very powerful thing to have. That's basically just, you know, sort of tanks that are artillery. I think we actually go for the APC, and then we can start getting mechanized infantry regiments and brigades and things. Do we have the guns for this? Well, let's go for it. So we have advanced machine gun. Okay, that's actually... cancel that. So that's going to rely on our high-speed machine gun. What about tanks? Okay, here we go. So howitzers are good against soft, and high-velocity guns are like anti-tank guns, so that's good against hard. It's a light tank, so we have to consider the weight mainly. I mean, it's our breakthrough unit, though, so even though it's a light tank, it's just because we don't have heavier tanks unlocked yet. We're going to go for the 60mm howitzer. We're going to give it... I mean, 25mm. It's only 200 armor strength, which compared to the 800 you could have is not that much, but consider that our infantry have like 50, so it's much, much thicker hide to pierce. Now, it does give a lot of weight to that, but that's alright. And then we can power it with... Well, let's look here, because we're going to need enough engine power. So 400 engine power. Alright, let's go back to light tank. We have the weight 150. Okay, 150 from that, 125 from that. Okay, 400 engine power is enough. In fact, 300 engine power is enough. Let's go for the medium diesel. It'll be a more efficient engine for us. So we're going to get a light tank, and that'll help us a lot. Tanks are huge in this game. It's kind of like what the combat walker you've seen has been doing, but just a lot more, large scale, because you can produce them yourself. Great, so we have a worker strike in gap mount. We don't have any units in gap mount. Well, we can move these guys up, I guess. We would have to suppress them with violence to do this. If we want to gain autocracy, now that controls. So democracy is better. It's going to cost us money. We're going to do the democracy option in this case. Mainly because I'm not super confident in our military, and or at least in this militia unit. And I'm not thinking it's going to be a huge deal if we have to pay that much money, considering we have a positive cash flow now. Okay, walkers. These rebels. I mean, it's going to take forever to encircle them. We might just have to start shifting fully to the engage with Exeter here. Alright, so... we can start moving people in. Okay, buggy here. And we just keep sending the walkers into combat here, and eventually they'll kill them. Okay, there we go. There are a bunch of kills. There's only 2 left now. Rebels are almost completely destroyed. We don't even have to move. We can move, we will move, but we don't have to move. Okay. How's our power consumption going? Only 8 per turn, it's really not a big deal. Oh, that's right, we killed the dogs this turn. That was nice. Up here we do have the worm people, though. We want to capture old thermal. That would be a useful resource for us. I'm going to go ahead and just extend the road here. From here. Oh, we haven't actually controlled that territory yet. Never mind. Go back to inspect and move. Okay. Okay, there's nothing else we need to do there. I guess we can attack with the artillery here, with all the artillery that we have. Which is not much artillery, but maybe we can get a couple hits, force a retreat on one of their units. Obviously, the best thing we could get is a kill, but no dice. We do have a strat card we're going to play, which is our Recruit Merc. Let's go ahead and do that. 40 PP. Got a new leader. And we can appoint him. Sonny Evandor. What's he actually like? He's okay. I mean, he's cap 2. We will appoint him. Good job. Now the blue team has a commander, finally. And what's the private economy building? They have 2 turns left on that. Okay. Okay, I think that's everything we need to worry about. So, I will see you guys in the next one then. We will encircle Exeter with our real army finally, and should be able to take it. We've cleaned up this front, and it looks like we're starting to finally have positive cash flow and stuff. Okay, right, we did have this happening. So we lost territory to Dunkelraum. It says we're hostile, we're not actually at war with them. Maybe we play the strat card actually. Let's see, can we open contact with Dunkelraum? Difficulty 112. So this is an oratory skill roll, diplomacy skill roll. Not a very likely chance that we succeed here. I think we do it though. Nope. Okay. Fine. Well, then the next step is start sending spies to Dunkelraum. Oh, whoops. That was a critical failure. Yeah, I should have read the skill mod. Yeah, there's almost no way we're going to be able to spy on them, so they will definitely be very angry with us. Looks like we might be headed to war with Dunkelraum. So, that ought to be interesting. I'll see you guys in the next one.